Hello and welcome back to another video. Now, Weiss Schwarz just recently announced a couple more cards for the Disney 100 set. So I thought now's a great time just to make a short video going over the set, the possible cards inside, release date and things like that. So for those that don't know, Disney 100 at the moment is a Japanese exclusive Weiss Schwarz set coming out in April. Now, in my personal opinion, it's very likely that it will stay Japanese exclusive. The same as Marvel, Star Wars and Pixar. They're all part of the Disney IP and none of them have come to English. Some have been out for years and years, like Star Wars for example. But personally, I just don't see it happening. I mean, we are surprised to even be getting the Disney 100 set because obviously Disney are making Lorcana, which is their own TCG. Now, obviously, the only difference there is that is coming out in English. So maybe the fact that this is Japanese only is the way they kind of get around that. But I can't imagine they would be able to negotiate and pay for the licensing to bring something like this out in English alongside Disney releasing their own TCG. It just doesn't make sense. But let's get to it. Let's quickly go over the Disney 100 set and then let's just have a look at the couple of extra cards that they showed yesterday. So Disney 100 celebrating 100 years of Disney. This is got it's actually quite interesting to me because not only you'd expect this to be a Disney sort of classic set only, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of Disney sort of classic cards in here, but you're also getting the likes of the Mandalorian, you're getting a couple of Star Wars cards, a couple of Spider-Man, Iron Man and Toy Story and Monsters Inc. So what's interesting here is it's not just Disney minus the other sets they've released. There actually is a bit of Marvel in there. There actually is a bit of Pixar and Star Wars. So perhaps they've done that just to make sure like there is literally something for everyone in this set. Whether you just liked a few of those other sets, there's still cards for it in here. So I was actually really surprised to see this pop up. I was just expecting these type of Disney cards, right? The classic Disneys, none of the Pixar, but I think that's really fun. I think it possibly will attract more people to the set, especially once we start looking at these cards. Some of these look really nice. Now there are a couple of different rarities as always with these new sort of Disney and more Western IP sets. So we've got an OR, which is an origin rare, and there's only one card of this rarity in the set, and it is above an SSP. So we can only really speculate at this point how rare this is going to be, but I think an educated guess at this point would be that it's similar to the Luxo Rare in Pixar. So we had SSPs in Pixar, but we did have a Luxo Rare which was above the SSP. There were 8 different versions of the card, so that might play into this a bit. But the Luxo Rare pull rate was roughly 1 in 24 cases. So I would make an educated guess that this is possibly going to be the same as that. But until the set comes out, we won't know. So yeah, we've got the standard Weiss Schwarz SSP, which for Pixar was 1 per case. So I'd imagine that's quite common for Weiss Schwarz. So I'd imagine that will be the same for Disney 100. Now Pixar SP pull rate was 4 in a case. So I guess, yeah, we can predict something similar at this point in time. And yeah, they've got their own extra rarity again, which is a HND, standing for a 100 rare. Now, I'll make another assumption here that this would be the same pull rate as the Pixar rare, which was 1 in every booster box. So let's scroll down and take a look at these cards that originally were announced on this page. Now, if you ever wanted to go here, this is actually the Japanese Weiss Schwarz TCG page, but obviously in Google you can just translate it. So yeah, this is the Japanese site, but yeah, if you go to it on a desktop, you can just translate it and it will give you the information you need. So here were some of the cards that were originally revealed. Let's try and get this a bit bigger on the screen. So we've got a couple of SPs here, and these are obviously the more classical Disney cards. Gold stamps here, gold stamps, looking really nice. I like this pattern with the Mickey emblem on it. And then here's an SR, which obviously doesn't have a gold stamp, but will be textured likely and just as nice, just with the stamp missing. So there's a couple of some of the Disney sort of classic cards. We've got a Pirates of the Caribbean card, which I really like the gold stamp on this. Again, this is an SP, just normal SP. I love this stamp. I'm really interested to see how well this comes out, because I find with some of the stamps, like this is going to be extremely intricate, but I don't know if they can pull that off well. I've seen some like gold stamped promos, and just some of the gaps in between aren't that great. So I'm really interested to see how well this stamp comes out, because just looking at that, it looks amazing, but I'm really interested to see on the print quality. The card itself, I don't know. It's not something I would personally be drawn to. It's the stamp carrying it for me. But obviously, if you like Pirates of the Caribbean, that would be a great card for you. Now, this card here, the Origin Rare. Unfortunately, when I first saw this card, I didn't realise it was the rarest card in the set, and I was immediately drawn to it. And I thought this card was probably not going to be that popular, just because it's a very different art style. You know, it's a black and white card. It's a very vintage style card. It looks a bit like a Jack Daniel's bottle design. I really liked it, and I thought, oh, that'd be good, because I can't imagine this being a really popular card. So, you know, maybe I can get this quite cheap. Until I realised it's the rarest card in the set, which is going to mean if it's anything like the Luxo rares, this card's going to be several $1,000s. So perhaps I'm not getting this card now. But yeah, that is the rarest card in the set, the Origin Rare, the only one type of Origin Rare you can get in the Disney 100 set. So let's head on. We've got some SSPs here. SSP Mickey with a gold stamped Mickey emblem. So SSPs, quite commonly you see how all these borders here are designed gold. This one here is an SP. That's normally the big difference between an SSP and SP in terms of physical design. You get some extra foily bits, gold foil bits here on the bottom. And then we've got yet another SP Mickey with a gold stamp across it. I mean, I actually prefer this SP design here over just this one here. That's just my personal opinion. I'd rather these sort of switched round. I think the Disney logo with the stamp here is much nicer. This is just quite a generic stamp, but the cards always look different once they're out. This would probably still look beautiful. It always depends on the texture as well. Like some basic card designs don't look that great, and then you see them released and you see the texture and they look amazing. So yeah, some more SSPs, and we've got some of the Disney princesses, and you get a 100 stamp here with something here that obviously resembles the series that it relates to, and then a gold stamp with the character. And again, these are perhaps slightly intricate, so be interesting to see how they come out. The card designs themselves, I think, are really nice on those. Again, another Disney princess. Now this one here, the Spider-Man SSP, done in like a comic book poster style. I absolutely love this. This looks amazing. I love it when they make those cards that sort of resemble like a marketing poster or something like that. That looks fantastic. And the Star Wars Mandalorian is an SSP as well. Again, really surprised to see these two cards pop up in this set, but I am really glad they are there because they just look so nice. And we got the Winnie the Pooh SP with the honeypot gold stamp. Again, I love this art style, this design, really, really nice. And then we've got an SR down here, which would just be likely foiled and textured with no stamp. So obviously these aren't all of the cards, this is just a snippet of some of the cards that will be in the set. So after that we've got the 100 rare, which this is why I think it will just be one per booster box, the same as Pixar. It's below the SP rarity on the list that they had at the top of the site, and it's similar in the sense that Pixar Rare had Pixar stamped on it. These Disney 100 rares all have a Disney 100 stamp on all of them, so I think this will be one per box. Again, I really like this card. I love the sketchy design, the just looks like it's straight out of the Winnie the Pooh book. And then yet some more Disney cards. Really nice to see Zootropolis in this as well, and Lilo and Stitch. Really glad to see this one popping up. That looks amazing. So yeah, these are most of the Disney 100. There's quite a few that they show off, and again another Mandalorian and a Pixar. Again, surprising to see it, but I don't know, I guess this one's quite interesting. It's literally the Pixar the Pixar logo with Mike and Sully, but sketched really in a unique way. What I did notice in Pixar though was a lot of, are these all horizontal? Yeah, these are all horizontal cards. So Pixar had a mix of vertical and horizontal Pixar rares, so I'd be interested to see if that is the same or if all of them end up being horizontal. And yes, of course, we've got the platinum Mickey card that they created for this set. Only 100 of them will be made, and the price was, how much was it now? It was something ridiculous, like a million yen, I believe. Yeah, you get a platinum version of the card, and it's in this fancy case, and you have to enter a lottery to win it, to win the chance at buying it. I was surprised that they seemed to say that this there was a huge demand for this. I think it worked out to be between $2,000 to $3,000 to purchase this card. And I know a lot of people were saying the platinum adds to the value, like the raw cost of the platinum material is like $1,000. But for me, I don't know, like in terms of Weiss Schwarz, I know there's much more I'd rather put that money into. Like you can buy prize trophy cards that only 30-40 copies exist for half the price of this card, and I know the IP in the series and is completely different, but for me personally, there was no way I was going to even try to obtain this. And I do wonder, out of the 100 that are given out and won and purchased, how many of them are actually buying to then try and sell on, and if that's half, if half of them buy that and 50 of them hit the market, you know, the week after this is sent out to people, realistically what's going to happen with that price? Is there going to be 50 people willing to pay over what this was sold for originally? I don't know. I mean, it's Japanese card, so it could depend. There could be an extremely high demand in the Japanese market for this, and obviously that's just not something that I'm that aware of. But in terms of people buying this from outside of Japan, 50 people paying several thousand for this card, I don't know. And again, that just depends on how many people are actually buying this card to try and flip it on because there's only 100 copies and they managed to win win the chance at buying it. I don't know, I just didn't like this whatsoever. So the 3 new cards that have been revealed is here. I mean, compared to the other cards, it's nothing huge reveal, but I just thought, now that this has been covered, why not just go over the whole set and make a video on it for anyone who's interested. So we've got a double rare here, which will obviously be foiled. Is it Mickey Clubhouse? So yeah, I like this. This looks really cool. But yeah, again, it's just a double rare. It's nothing hugely collectible. We got a climax rare, and I love the art on this one. We've actually got Woody in here along with some of the Disney classics, which was interesting. And then another very vintage style design and card, just a simple rare of Steamboat Willie again. So there were the 3 cards that were revealed. We have a release date of April 7th. I am getting a case of this, but to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm doing with it just yet. I might keep it sealed for a while and just see what happens, or I might just open 1 or 2 boxes. I made a big mistake when I got a Pixar case. I pretty much opened most of it and missed all of the hits when originally I just wanted to open like 1 box and potentially sell the rest. So yeah, this comes out very shortly. I believe pre-orders are very likely been and gone at this point. So if you want this, it will be whatever you can find from some sort of Japanese store or anyone who stocks the English set. Now, if you're in the UK, there is someone I know who is stocking this, and it's EPR Gaming. So I'll leave a link in the description for those of you who have got this far in the video and are interested in the set. I've purchased a lot of things from him myself in the past, so I can really recommend him. He's a great guy and a great store to pick up these niche sets from. So I hope that video helps, and I hope it helps make a decision for you whether you're looking to collect this set, buy this set, or skip it completely whatsoever. So yeah, hope you found that useful, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching these videos, because I know a lot of you aren't subscribed whatsoever, and I don't get many views on these videos, so I'm purely just doing this to help share information about the Weiss Schwarz TCG hobby. So yeah, please subscribe, please like, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.